All right, the next thing we're going to dive into is some franchise portals. This number may change. This is always a work in progress. I think I've got 80 different vendors that are listed within different categories right now. But let's talk about the franchise portals. Um, I put them in order, kind of like this, starting top left being the highest. You can kind of see the list right here as well. But I wanted to put logos in there to just kind of put a face with a name with a face. I would say the number one portal out there is probably entrepreneur.com. You could argue that maybe it's this number two franchise Gator. Um, but let's talk about these in a little more detail. I think that entrepreneur.com has slightly higher quality leads than some of the other ones. Um, and I'll actually click on it and kind of go to the site here. So let's look at Subway. So I type Subway in here in the search, and if you click on that, then you'll see that they have really good information just right up front. Initial investment, number of units. Holy cow, 41,000 Subway franchises. That's insane. But I like how it has these graphs. I think that that's very helpful for the end user. And it's just a reputable website in general. A lot of people who are looking for business advice in general go to Entrepreneur or read the magazine. All right, next I've got Franchise Gator. So let's take a look at Franchise Gator. This is kind of the industry standard as far as portals go. I think they do the highest volume for leads, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're the highest quality. We get a lot of phone calls from people complaining about just the general quality, but I think they probably have more volume. For number three, I put BizByCell. There's a lot to like about BizByCell. It's not really your typical franchise portal site, but a lot of people go there to sell their businesses or to buy businesses. So the quality of the people who are actually on the website is pretty good. Next, I would say Franchise Direct. A lot of people who've been in the industry for quite some time really do enjoy Franchise Direct leads. You see a lot of longevity where people stay with Franchise Direct for quite some time. You could argue that maybe Franchise Direct should be up there um, as number one, but I don't know. I think that just the lead quality on Entrepreneur, it's a little more expensive. I think it's like $80+ a lead, and then volume on Franchise Gator. But Franchise Direct is right up there. It's definitely one to consider, and a lot of people who have a lot of experience do go with them. America's Best Franchises. This is a little bit of a smaller group. We've had great experiences with them. We used to do some stuff with them on the lead generation side years ago. Great team. Nothing bad to say about them, and they put a lot of effort into their website, making it good. Franchise Business Review. Let's click on that one real quick. So this one is a bit more kind of like an Angie's List type of approach where, a lot of independent reviews and stuff like that. After that, we've got franchise.org. Let's jump over to that one. So they've got some type of a relationship with IFA. I think that this is probably a part of IFA. I don't know for sure. The domain is really strong. IFA is really well known, so it's one to kind of check out. I don't have much experience with that one personally, but I put it up there because it is part of IFA. Franchise Grade. These guys came on the scene. I'm not sure, several years ago. I do like, again, it's a little bit more of like peer reviewed, grade the franchise, what's the feedback from the actual franchisees, and so people who are looking to do their due diligence, who don't just want to jump in and throw a bunch of money to franchise, you're going to have more candidates like that on this website. So some cool things with that one. Next, we jump into all USA franchises. So with these guys, you'll see this with portal websites a lot, where there's a lot of stuff by industry or various ways that you can kind of search on them. This is kind of where stuff starts to get pretty similar with a lot of the different franchise portals that are out there, in my opinion. After that, we've got franchising.com. I say in here that the three main things that are unique about franchising.com is that they have some good conferences. They do this multi-unit franchising conference and franchise consumer experience conference. So if you do work with these guys, there's actually some good conference sponsorship opportunities with franchising.com. So that's one to kind of check out. We jump over to franchiseopportunities.com. I mentioned here that I really like their domain name also because franchise opportunities, that keyword, is one of the most commonly searched terms out there for just people who are interested in buying a franchise. So the fact that they have that domain name has really helped them organically over time. So in theory, that should be a cheaper cost per lead for you because a lot of their traffic is coming from search engine related, like organic keywords. After that, we've got Franchise Mall. I mentioned that this isn't one that I really have a ton of experience with myself, but it's one to kind of be aware of. I don't really love when these sites have AdSense type of things on the side, and I don't know. I think that that's not how you should try to monetize a portal site, but people have to make money, so totally get it. And number 13 is topfranchise.com. Again, it's kind of cookie cutter. I'm not going to dive into that one much. Global IBX is kind of interesting. These guys are more of, the site's a bit more like Craigslist. It's going to be a little bit more like BizByCell. So if you've had good experiences with BizByCell, but you're looking to diversify some, Global BX is one that you may want to check out. Then we jump over to VetFran.com, and just as you would kind of imagine, this site is going to be more focused on veterans. So there are some different franchisors that is their primary best target audience is going to be veterans for various reasons. So if you're in that category, I would put this much higher on the list because it's going to give you that type of a franchisee. After that, I put Fran Data on here. This is a group. I used to buy stuff from these guys way back in the day. They have just a ton of information on various franchisors, and there's ways that you can work with them to buy lists of things. So if you are a good kind of outbound prospector, this would be one that you may want to take a look at. The last two, we've got Franchise Times. This is going to be a bit more like entrepreneur.com in that with Franchise Times, they are a publication kind of like Entrepreneur. So there's opportunities to show up in different magazines and things like that. And then the last one is going to be Businesses for Sale, which is going to be more kind of like BizByCell as well, mixed with your general portal type of a website. So these would be some of the top portals that I would definitely recommend taking a look at. If it were me, I would definitely test Entrepreneur, Franchise Gator, BizByCell, Franchise Direct. Those would be my top 4 that I would go in and test. If it was me, maybe Franchise Opportunities would be another one to kind of take a look at, but it really depends on what kind of a franchise you have. Another thing to do is if you go into Google and you type in a keyword like maybe if you're a Thai restaurant franchise and you were to literally type in Thai restaurant franchise, take a look at which portals are ranked the highest for those specific keywords, because some portals may be better in general but are ranked much higher for specific keywords. So some of these numbers can move around based off of your exact industry, whether it's a poke bowl franchise, ice cream franchise, you name it. Some of them are stronger in different industries, so that's something to take a look at as well. Hopefully this is helpful for you.